Okay.
Wow.
Jackie, this is not how you start a podcast.
What do you
Random
mean?
grunting. That's not what the kids want to listen to.
I just scratched something on my leg.
When the kids plug in their podcast machine, the last thing they want to hear is a 90-year-old man scratching his leg and making them kind of sounds out.
I know. I wouldn't listen to it either. I don't know why anybody does.
What's the matter with your leg?
They just itching and this spot on it.
What is that spot?
I don't know what it's just an itchy spot. You get them every so often. Everybody gets an itchy spot to red, crusty, I guess.
Folks, this looks like one of those things on the internet. They'd say, don't watch this video if you're grossed out by blood or spiders. And then somebody going to poke at it, and black blood will ooze out, and then a million spiders will pour out.
It might be a spider bite, but I don't think so.
Do you think a spider laid a million eggs in your leg?
No. If it did, I done scratched it out by now.
You scratched out a million spider eggs.
Everything around it, yeah, it itched me to death. Where's your death? We get the itch, it gets a bleeding and everything else. It's just,
Folks, I don't know if you know this, if you have elderly members of your family, but if you do, watch them.
Watch them.
Don't let spiders get near them. A lot of times, I'll see a spider crawling, swarming over a old person. And I think, well, that doesn't matter.
I'd love to see what happened right now if a spider crawled up right now. Which one of us is going to be screaming? It ain't going to be me.
I'll be screaming because I'm youthful. I have a lot to lose if I die.
But I'll step on the damn thing. I ain't scared of no spider.
What I'm saying is, old people are defenseless like Jackie.
Oh, the hell I am.
They can't tell. Their nerve endings are dying. They can't tell when a spider's on them.
Many a spider met its demise on the, sole of my boot.
And those spiders know that old people are defenseless and their skin is dying.
What?
And they can just burrow right down.
And I ain't got if a spider, not necessarily a spider, another bug kind of get me there. I don't know what it is. It's an itchy spot's what I call it. And you just itch it to the death, and hopefully it's going to go away.
Spider will burrow right through that paper-thin skin of an elderly person.
I got some of that Hattie's. I rubbed into it. What is it? Burning paint.
Burning paint,
and it does. That's exactly what it does. I put some in to get it. I know it's going to hurt, but just to get it from, I was going to hurt it worse than scratching it and stuff.
So you put Hattie's Lotions. It's a Murfreesboro local. Folks, if you're just joining us, Hattie's Lotions is a local Murfreesboro brand of lotions, and one of their flavors is burning paint.
It's got something to it. I never had no use for it, till I thought up to now. I put some of that on the itchy spot because it ain't going to be itchy anymore. It's just going to burn, But it's going to hurt either way because you sit there and scratch it to death. It'll bleed everything else.
It says right on the back of ever Hattie's lotion, and it's said this for years. It's part of the packaging, and people look for it to know it's authentic Hattie's. It says, does not kill spider eggs.
It ain't got what? I ain't ever read that on there. I don't
know. Old
it.
people would buy Hattie's lotion saying, well, I may have a spider. I think a spider burrowed through my paper-thin skin and laid eggs all in me, and I'm just going to get some Hattie's lotion and rub on it, and that'll kill all them spider eggs.
It wasn't about killing no spider eggs. Get it to quit the itching's all it was. It wasn't nothing else. There wasn't no damn spider eggs in it.
Well, that's
you running your mouth.
Because it don't kill spider eggs.
I don't need to. If I wanted spider egg killer, I'd get that and rub it wherever spiders were, but not lotion for my itch.
At this point, they probably laid eggs all in your liver and your lungs, your brain.
I know you got plenty to be scared of. Just worry yourself to death over spiders getting me.
Oh, brave man. Big man, spider killer.
Yeah.
Folks, Bonnaroo.
Oh, hell.
Bonnaroo, the famous concert festival, happens down in Manchester, Tennessee, just a few minutes down I-24 from us here in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
It's Interstate 24, for those not in the know. And it's always funny to me to think of all these big-time rock and roll stars just down the street standing in a cow pasture, basically.
Look, you can do... I don't care if you go listen to your loud music, whatever. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it anyway. There's got to be better places, and there have been for years and years, better than anywhere near Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Now, Nashville, Music City, but it's inside, it ain't out, nothing like that in Nashville, nothing.
They got country music, Fan Fest, whatever they call it now. That's going on in Nashville.
Yeah.
No room for Kendrick Lamar in Nashville's end. He got to go down to Manchester, perform at Bonnaroo.
Who?
Anybody stop in your store, bother you, Jackie?
Yeah, all of them do. I know what they got to pull up the music loud. All of them boys are at the shirts on like a big muscle. They just skinny, look like a white little, just awful. And the headband or whatever, all got a beard. Put your shirt on first. I tell everyone it's shoes required. It may not be other places. If it's not, you go there, get whatever you want. But number one, you don't come in here without a shirt on. I don't care how hot it is. Look what I'm wearing. I wear this hot as it gets, humid as it gets. I got this because, you got to have, for you work in the kitchen like this, on top of being hot in the kitchen, overalls and this shirt here. That's all, and a T-shirt underneath that, and a T-shirt underneath that. That's the key to it all, because that absorbs all the, sweat. Stop saying don't get into everything else. Well, a little bit does, but,
What about the smell, though? What absorbs the smell?
Hell, ain't
Nothing.
no smell. Smell like kitchen. I don't smell bad. I smell like barbecue or anything else in here. I smell good enough to eat, in so many words. But, if you come in here and you eat plenty of that food, don't you? That's what it smell like.
Disgusted now.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody eating Jackie Brawls.
I just saying I smell like the food that people come in here to buy. I don't smell like some young 20-year-old with a beard like he's what? Where you live at with your beard? Like I all live up in a cave somewhere. Beards it's unprofessional. Now, I have a beard, and I've earned the right to have my beard. I've been up years and age. That's when you want to have an old, wise beard, as some people say. Then it's that time. Plus, you just you had to let it go. When you was a young man, no, you wouldn't dare. You shaved down, but not these.
So you're saying it's okay for you to have a beard because you're old?
I've had some life experiences. I know, I get to a point where, I don't have to shave no more.
But young kids,
they don't go in like a big full beard like it, been around forever.
Well, what if they look at you and they're like, that's what I want my face to look like, is his monster face.
Well, when you get up in my age, that'd be fine.
But not
thank you.
until then. That, to me, Jackie,
that's what I'm saying. I look like an old man. That's the point. I am an old man. I got a beard. That's old man. Why you 20-something-year-old trying to look like you're old and know everything? I got a beard, a face. It's...
Sounds like we're getting into some identity issues, Jackie.
And that's what it is with them. I don't know what the hell's going on. Just drive on. If you got your radio and you saw me do this, I was out front sweeping something up, and they pull in with the music out loud. I just start pointing down the road. You go down, you know where. Don't come in here.
That's true. I saw him throw a broom at a Corolla.
There's no reason to, if you're driving around, the music don't have to be so loud. Hippie music, rap music, I don't care what it is. It don't matter what kind it is. It don't need to be that loud. They just whooping and hollering. We're going to have a big time here. We come to where you live to do drugs and listen to music real loud. That's what we're here to do. Do it just a bunch of us, a whole mess of them, nonstop. Pitiful.
I bet when they get back to Columbia Film School or wherever they're from,
a
bunch of them going to make a horror movie about some kids go to a festival and they see a strange man with a beard And then later he comes and kills them that night in their tent with a broom.
Wow.
And be inspired by you. Be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but
Texas Chainsaw, well,
smell worse.
Well, I'll do that just to come in the store. It don't have to be scary at night, graveyard, nothing. Just if you try to come in here, now I'll let you come in. The volume's got to be down before you can pull in the parking lot. And you got to put something over your bare chest. And
That's true. That's why, like me and a lot of my friends like to go around shirtless just to.
Oh, hell.
It's sort of to entice women.
Oh,
to show them a little bit of what they could
rub
their fingers
a lot
around.
You show a lot is what you'd be showing, not a little bit. If you hadn't your shirt off, that's most of you right there.
A lot of road crews come in with their brown pot bellies, brown by the sun, not racially brown.
Wow.
Shirtless. And what Jackie does is he keeps he calls them chest towels. He keeps a bucket of them by the front door, and if you're coming in shirtless, he will stop you. He'll get that broom out and point it in your face and say, you get one of them chest towels, and you wrap it around. You cover up as much.
You're going to put something on. If you ain't got a shirt handy, do that. Whatever. That's all I had. I'll give him your garbage bag. Whatever it is. You either put a chest towel or, because it says, well, I ain't got no shirt. Well, you ain't coming in. If you want to put this on and get you Snicker bar, cigarettes, whatever it is you want in there, that's fine. But
can I just tell you, oh, man, that sounds so good. Eating a Snicker bar through a mouthful of cigarette smoke.
Well, used to be, years ago. That's as good as anything, yeah.
I know, take a big drag and then get you a big bite.
I like them cool cigarettes, mentholated, and it makes everything taste like, that'd be like chocolate peppermint cake or something good. Yeah.
I love to be chewing that Snicker, like big drag, chew that Snickers up, exhale.
Yep.
It's like you're getting to taste it 2 or 3 times.
Nothing better than that. It's the best thing ever, and if you like it that much, you put your damn shirt on, and you can buy all the cigarettes and Snickers so you can tent. And, once you get down the road a piece, then go crazy, take your shirt off, whatever you want to do. But around here, this ain't a swimming pool. This ain't a swimming pool. You go out swimming, go out to the lake, that's fine. Take your shirt. Well, some people, not everybody don't want, take your shirt off, but go down, But that ain't what this is here. This barbecue stand market.
I love to be shirtless, hot summer day out in the sun, sweating, sunburned, and then walk into a place like Jackie's Market with that cool air conditioning hitting my chest, my breasts.
Wow.
That nice, cool air. You get so hot, you're out there, and my breasts are just sizzling from the sun. My sizzling, red,
shut your mouth.
sunburned,
Don't want to hear
breasts.
Making me sick.
Hot.
Now you know why you got to put a shirt on before you come in here. You especially. You at the top of the list.
Hot to the touch.
Well.
And then you walk in that door, and that cool air conditioning hits you right on your breasts. Cools you right down. And I know Jackie's going to get that broom and say, get you a towel on. But it's worth it just for them few seconds.
I'd be more than brood. I'll knock you upside the head if you come with your breast. Come in doing that in the store. You ever try something like that? Go on down with the youngins and see what a fool you look like. Going to Bonnaroo's. You go down there and take your shirt off with them. They laugh you home.
I've been banned from Bonnaroo's.
Well, yeah. Somebody said Billy Joel's was going to be there. That ain't true, is it?
Hey, man, I like to think Billy Joel is with us wherever we go.
Now, I like him. I didn't expect to like him just for years and years. Listen, I was Uptown Girl and all those. But somebody said he was going to be at Bonnaroo. I thought he had more sense than that.
Well, maybe he's there to culture the children.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he was there, Jackie.
It's a waste of time to try and culture a bunch of dummies all high. It's a waste of time. I think Mr. Billy Joel, now I don't know him personally, but going by those songs I like, he seemed like a smart fella, could write the words and all that. He knows it ain't worth his time.
Are you sad he didn't come to your store? Is that why you're so jealous?
I ain't. He don't know my store exists. What do you talk about jealous?
Let me ask you this, Jackie. If Billy Joel showed up post-concert, hot, sweating, after putting on a big show, culturing the children, shirtless, because it's so hot, it's
I don't
humid.
care who it is.
You wouldn't let Billy Joel's hot breasts into your store to cool off.
I'll tell you how serious I'm about this. If old Fred Thompson himself, if it was hot outside and he'd been just driving around whatever like you did in his red truck, but you know how hot it gets here sometimes. If he just and he came up, he'd be wearing a chest towel as soon as anybody else, and I'd say, "I'm sorry, sir. I'd love to serve you, but you find looking that way out here or in your truck, yes, that's fine. But in this establishment, sir, it's a chest towel, or the highway."
What if a shirtless Fred Thompson and Billy Joel, arms around each other, throw the doors open, just pals buddying up to each other?
I don't care. That'd be great. It's nice to see both.
Billy Joel's arm right up in Fred Thompson's armpit.
It don't matter who it is. If you ain't got a shirt on, you ain't coming in this establishment. And as far as I know, until Obama government tries to tell me otherwise, because pretty soon that's going to be chest racist, you wait and see.
Chest racist.
You wait and see. How many years is it now? You'll see what happens. They'll be like, "Hey, you can't tell me to put on a shirt because that's, you racist against my bare chest." And sure enough, wait for it to happen. And it ain't got nothing to do with what color the chest is. I don't mean it that way. White fella, black fella, Asian fella, it don't matter. If you don't have a shirt on.
Jackie, it is 2015. In the summer in the South, in Tennessee, humid, hot, miserable.
I know. I live here all my life. What is it? Yeah.
If you remember the 70s, one of the best things about the 70s was you could walk into any store shirtless.
That is a long time ago.
I'm bringing it back.
You bring it back some other store.
If you don't relax your policies, we'll have a shirtless sit-in. A shirtless
sit-in. Not around here. You're not inside the place.
I'll get all my buddies. Nope. We'll line up, arm in arm, shirtless. Hot breast to hot breast. Arms linked.
Will you shut up? I don't care.
And we will march. I don't know how we'll march in.
Go do that at Bonnaroo. That's what it's for. People come all over the world to go act like that at Bonnaroo, listen to whatever music they got. I don't know any of them. I seriously doubt old Billy Joel's down there myself.
You can't hit all of us with the broom. That's power in numbers.
If you try to come, I'd hit. How many people are going to Bonnaroo? How many?
It's got to be 2,000 or 3,000.
All right. Every one of them, they tried to come in here. I'd stay up all night and hit each and every one on back of here, that brood handle, put on a shirt.
Well, you ain't got enough chest towels for them all, because it takes 2 towels, because the towels, folks, if you've never seen a chest towel.
I got plenty of time to do that. It's a figure of speech. I ain't going to sit what I'm saying. Now, first off, is what a heathen thing it is. Just every kid act like idiots out there, loud music. There might be, how many of those people probably do still have a shirt on? Some of them do, because there's going to be some like you, just too big and embarrassed, not going to take a shirt off. And other folk, there's going to be people there that's going to have their shirts on. So you cutting it, I don't know if you cut it in half, but there's a percentage of people even though they shouldn't be at a place like that, they got the shirt on, but so be it.
I'm not embarrassed. I'll show anybody. Anybody wants to see. Yeah, I'll show you.
Nobody does. I got a good sponsor on this one, and now let me tell you, this is a good one. And everybody knows what's coming up. We talk be hot outside. Now, if you're down by the lake, out in the backyard, take your shirts off, your shoes off. That's fine. Enjoy yourself. I hope you're gonna be doing it. But around it's 6:30, I think 6:30 in the evening on the Hover Around Christian channel. There's gonna be a new. Make sure around that time, put your shirt back on, get inside, and watch the new Mr. Leaky commercial. It's going to be something.
You were talking about this last week.
Yep. Now,
Mr. Leaky showed you this commercial.
Well, he did, and let me tell you, since that time, he said, forget everything you saw.
What?
He said, and I saw, now, you was good, too. I mean, for what he did, there's some old standbys you're always going to get that you expect that was still there.
Like you said, he went down the toilet.
He went down smooth, just straight down. And that's still in there, and it was good, too, But he said that's going out the window. Everything he did in that one is going out the window. He said, I can do better than this. And I said, well, you only got till July 4th now. And he says, I can do it. So
perfectionist. How much is he spending on this?
He's got to, this has become a big thing around these parts. Some of y'all ain't in the Rutherford County, Davis County area, probably don't know about Mr. Leaky commercials. They play spots on the radio. I don't like those because it's just rap. I like to see it, and that's, even with the sound down because they're rapping. But if they always a big thing, and plus, he's a fine plumber on top of everything else. He'll, any plumbing needs, he's good at.
I'd say at this point, though, it's more about the commercial.
Well, people do. I mean, now, sometimes people did be disappointed. Of course, business got so busy, he can't be at every call. He does still go out, but he's got, other plumbers who work for him, and a lot of times people are disappointed when it's somebody else and not, they think celebrity's coming over. I'm calling Mr. Leaky right now, toilet ain't working. Get him over here, and they expect, kids to get excited and everything else.
They dress up, they make dinner.
Yeah. I mean, you would be surprised stories he's told me about things that people have done. Because, he does go out still on drives, and, when he does show up, people, they sign autograph, everything else.
I've heard people faint.
I don't know about that. I didn't hear anybody fainting.
He told me the woman fainted right in front of him.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Then he bent down to help her, and she grabbed hold of his neck and gave him a big kiss.
Yeah, that's how the women feel on him.
Or was that in a commercial?
That is in some commercial.
Oh, that's that happened in a commercial. He shows up. He gets out of the car. They rolled down. That was one of the last ones. They rolled down the window on the limousine, and people are like pointing, and then he pulls up at the house, and they opens the door, and you see his foot, and he's got all the diamonds on his shoe, not on the soles of his shoe, because he said that's Paul Simon. He's Mr. Leaky.
I don't know.
With the Pitbull impersonator.
Yeah, I don't the rap stuff. I don't know anything about. Yeah.
So he gets out, and that woman sees him, and she puts her hand to her head, and she falls down, and he rushes over. It's like, man, you can't see him. You can't hear him because there's rapping going on. But he's like, ma'am, are you okay? And she grabs hold of his neck and pulls him in, gives him that big kiss.
And he turns and looks, smile,
pulls his sunglasses down.
Yeah. And that's the thing, people.
Oh, and his hat turns around and twists.
On those later ones, his hat's always doing something. I'm on the last, I don't know how many. But, hey, you can see this is a big deal around these parts. So, July 4th, I guarantee you people are going to be doing what they usually do. It's Independence Day. Just happens to fall on that date. That's the most important thing about July 4th is that it is Independence Day. But on July 4th, Mr. Leaky, you got to see it around. You know what's that channel? It's a Christian channel, isn't it? They just
shows the reruns.
It's a reruns of all of
They used to show some Matlocks, but now it's pretty much just them hover around commercials, and sometimes they slow them down, sometimes they speed them up.
Yeah, do different things. You know, it's funny to see them go fast, slow, and things like that. I turn it on, you know, you just one of those things catch your eye. You be sitting there 2 hours. I've watched this for how long now, you know? But Mr. Leaky is going to just that channel is going to get so many people looking at it on the 4th. Stop what you're doing, cover up a barbecue, get you to either have your TV outside or be someplace you can get inside and get to a TV as quick as you can. At 6:30, we're going to look at the new Mr. Leaky. Now, he told me some things. I don't know if I'm privy to tell it on here, because the last one, well, I can tell you what is in the last one. Because he ain't doing it no more, so it don't matter.
So he's throwing that all out.
That's the one that had dinosaurs in it.
Wow. So he spent all that money on the
dinosaurs.
It
had that in, I don't know, what the Iron Man and the other ones, all the Hammer, the Thor. That one. Not Iron Man, but the one with Iron Man. Thor, remember?
Uh-huh.
It's got him and dinosaur, but this is what it don't have now. Now I don't know if I'm telling tales out of scope, because I thought from what I understood he's throwing all this out, but he may be using these.
So Thor and Iron Man, are they with Mr. Leaky, or is Mr. Leaky?
No, they can't fix a toilet.
Oh, I see. And were the dinosaurs when he goes down the toilet?
That's what's in the thing. You know, we all know what causes, you know, plumbing trouble or whatever. But in that, they go down the toilet. We'll fix it, ma'am. You know, with super hairs, and they go down in the toilet.
Why? Can I ask? I mean, I love Mr. Leaky commercials, but how did they get pulled into this woman's toilet dilemma?
I don't know. She called him, I guess. I don't know. Got on the phone. She called the wrong people.
Is it Pepper Potts whose toilet is backed up?
Huh.
So Iron Man and Thor show up to fix this woman's toilet.
They
go down.
They go down, and then, you know, we all know what the problem is usually down there, but it's a dinosaur monster that's down there, you know, and it's colored that way, and they fight it.
Uh-huh.
And they get thrown out, like they come flying out the toilet.
They get thrown out of the toilet.
Yeah,
I've never seen
it's a dinosaur, more or less, but I don't know if that's what they call it. It's a monster.
Some rights issues with it being a dinosaur.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you about that. It looked to me like a dinosaur, but anyway. But then they can't. And some of his stuff was, I don't know what you call it. It is. He was showing it to me as green. It's not really there yet, or something. It's not done, but you kind of get the idea. I didn't understand all of it, but basically that's the gist of it. Then he's supposed to show up. He goes down, and that's all he had. Because coming up was going to be him taking care of the problem, which, you know, he's better. That's the thing, is spin on it, whatever. Superheroes can't fix his toilet. It's Miss Leaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I guess that ain't, I don't know why he says he's throwing it all out. He said he could do better, but it may have had something to do with him finding out that he couldn't, you're not supposed to have him or something in it. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. As for attorneys or something, he was muttering. I don't know all this. All I know is that's going out. And he definitely said, for whatever reason, going out, it's going to be bigger and better and better. They cannot stop me, Jackie Bros. That's what he said.
He said it's going to be bigger?
Yep.
He said it's going to be better?
Yep.
But he said it's going to be better, too?
But you know, like he's trying to say, I'm tough guy, bad sort of thing.
Wow. He
said, I'm going to show them. They can't tell me what to do, is what he said. So, we'll see. But whatever it's going to be, now I'm completely at a loss. I don't know, you know, because I saw the other one, and that one was, you heard what I just said. If it had all the stuff in it, and it's finished, the one reason I liked it a lot, it didn't have no rap music on it yet. They just moving their mouths. But so you didn't hear them rapping. But anyway, once it gets all together, you know, that'd been good on its own right there. That'd be plenty. For most people, that'd be worth going inside, you know.
Yeah. No, I can't wait. I can't wait, and I hope they show it more than once because I'd like to see it a few times. I may record it with my phone.
That's what the people do. Well, of course, you don't have to. You know, he'll be down here next day with a tape, and he'll watch it here himself over and over again.
Yeah, I like that when he just talks about, like, here we did this.
Well, I've learned of stuff about it, yeah.
It's kind of like a director's commentary, but, live in person.
Well, he'd got different actors, if he was still doing this, and he'd tell us this is so-and-so playing Iron Man or whatever, things like that you wouldn't normally know about the regular commercial.
I may record it and do like a Periscope, Meerkat, just kind of let everybody watch it at the same time. No, it needs to get out. It needs to go. He needs to go national, is what I'm saying. He needs to go worldwide.
I think, like I said, not everybody knows what we're talking about, but around these parts, it's Mr. Leaky. That's the thing.
If you say Mr. Leaky, it's like saying Santa Claus.
Some people
Jesus Christ
probably sit around and hoping that the toilets get backed up so they can call him. You know what I mean?
Well, he told me he calls her a constant caller.
Well,
and he says she calls every day, and he can't. That's almost like stalking. Like if there's stalking laws, and I don't know if they count towards plugging your own toilet up and calling a plumber to come over. But he said he's looking into it because this woman, he said, and so he started sending some of his lesser employees.
Well, yeah, because if she's doing that, that's strange. Like it's just wanting him to come over. Yeah, you got to send. You got to put stop that.
So and she'd send them back saying he can't get down there. He can't get his hand down there like you could reach your hand down there.
Oh, she's making that up.
Yeah, he said he's got some of the best plumbers working his Mr. Leaky.
Oh, they got to be good. Otherwise, with the reputation has not been selling at all from the help he has hired many plumbers. Put them to work too, and. Well, one of them is his boy and his nephew. He trained them himself. Mm-hmm. They come up under him. But then there's a couple other fellas. I don't know their names yet, but I'm sure I'll get to know them.
When that one commercial, he had Little Leaky, who was supposed to be like his kid's sidekick.
That was a relative on that side. Divorce or something happened. That's the reason he didn't do that again. They couldn't get a hold. I could have made another kid.
He disappeared.
No, I maybe left state or he wasn't allowed to see him anymore, that child, because the other side.
Oh, I see. It wasn't like
not his fault. It's somebody else.
It wasn't like an Amber Alert.
No. It had something to do with somebody not wanting the kid in a commercial. That's what they didn't want it. After they had, already done it, and they had that whole thing had to take it off of TV. People are mad in hell about that.
Yeah, Little Leaky was popular.
Well, it didn't run, but run a night or two before they,
I'd walk by and all the kids like, I'm Little Leaky, I'm Little Leaky. Then they start fighting and kicking each other. Everybody wanted to be Little Leaky.
I don't know why you got to fight and kick, but yeah. Be like Little Leaky, you fix that toilet instead of, do something productive. Instead of just fighting and kicking, that's all youngers want to do. Teach them a trade. If it brings a child to a trade, if it gets, piques their interest, that's good.
So after all this, we still are no closer to finding out the contents of the new Mr. Leaky July 4th commercial.
He says he got something up his sleeve we'll never forget, and he ain't ever let me down once.
So no dinosaurs, no Iron Man. We can assume that it's still going to be Sinclair Keach doing his the pit bull impersonation.
Well, that, like I said, he was moving his mouth. They didn't have the rap music playing one I saw. And I just want to repeat that. Of course, you can watch that here. I will be open on Independence Day, serving people ice cold beer, be open all day. But I'm just going to say it right now, and he understands this. I explained to him. He knows. If you come in here to watch it, first off, have a shirt on. Number two, I'm not going to have a sound on because I can't listen to it. So, but you can see it here. But if you want to hear all that, and that's fine. If you like that music, if that's what I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it for my ears. You can go in someplace else and watch it. I'm just letting you know here. You can see it, but it ain't going to be. And there's some people here that I ain't the only one that like it that way.
So that's Mr. Leaky. New commercial coming July 4th.
Independence Day, yeah.
6:30 p.m.
It's gonna be something else. I have no idea what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be good.
Why is he confiding in you and showing you all these rough cuts?
Well, I'd known him for years. I'd like, people. He been coming in here. He might as well. We got the TV here too. If you got the TV and
he does
he brings
show
it.
Yeah,
he'll bring it in just when he stops by.
It's supposed to be a secret, but he shows a lot of people.
Well, not till it gets done, and I think that's how he decides. Maybe he showed that somebody else, someplace else, have VCR when he pulls up.
Because they were leaking the Mr. Leak. That was the whole problem.
Well, that's how, if he comes over and you do like Mr. Leaky, you may be in for a treat. Because if you got a VCR, he'll come in and put the tape in.
It's like he's always testing who he can confide in.
But what
who won't leak it, even though he's showing it to a lot of people to find out who won't leak it. So it's kind of hard to tell who leaked it.
But he learns from them what works and what don't work, what people like and what they don't like. It's like testing it. Oh, so you don't like this part where I go down in the toilet smooth.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't like that part?
Well, I know. That's
idiot.
He would tell him right then, like, well, that ain't, you just going to have to not like it.
You ain't fit to be a test audience for me. Get out.
For plumbing, you got to go down in there. That's part of it. But I just use that example, whatever. Do you like dinosaur, you like Iron Man? Do you like that? Someone probably said I don't, or it might have been a lawyer or something. I don't know anything about that. I can't speak on that. I just overheard him. He was telling me so fast, and of course he's, showing the video again and telling me what he don't like about it. Yeah,
there's so much. It seems like he would be more concerned about showing it to so many people after what happened with Clay Sunday and Carrie Rabbit Lamp. And
well,
not that I remember the specifics. I'd have to look at my notes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. I think you're gonna like. Got a big holiday coming up. Not Father's Day.
It's coming, yeah.
Which is next Sunday. Independence Day. It falls on July 4th this year. And you're going to want to be out there celebrating it. If you're like me, you're going to want to be out there celebrating it with our friends.
Yeah.
Slick Sheets, his brother Dick Sheets, Skimmy Tick Shorts, and his sister Ticky Tick Shorts. Sheets, and towels. A Freedom Fest. Well, I told you last week, Jackie, that Dick Sheets, who owns and operates Take Two, the used dryer sheet store.
Yeah, I wish I could go by there, but
was going to open up, move in next door to the Soured Towels, Ticky Tick Shorts.
Not going to go.
Skimmy and Ticky Tick Shorts. He had hired his sister to work there because they was doing so much.
Well,
Soured Towels, they will sell you a soured towel, or they will clean your soured towel.
The dumbest thing I ever heard of in my life, sour towels.
And with the Take Two, the used dryer sheet store, it's going to balance the smells out. So that the dryer sheets ain't too much and the sour towel smell ain't too much.
If you put them two together close, but then I ain't going to Take Two. There's a reason for that. That makes sense. That's a business that, has a purpose. There ain't no reason to. If I want my towels clean, I take them somewhere and just have them clean them. I don't need a place to clean them and then give me some more that it stink. It don't make any sense to me.
And, of course, we also know Dick Sheets' brother, Slick Sheets, who runs Slick Sheets, the
slippy
slide place at the
children.
hill.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're them stores at the bottom of the hill where he has the Slick Sheets, slidey sheets, which is you bring your kids there, and moms also get to go down it real slow, and then again slower. And he wets it down with that solution. It's part water and part oil. So you slide down that, but he likes it when the moms come in, they kind of fight it.
What?
But you can't fight gravity. So get on. So what you're going to want to do is come down to Slick Sheets, Take Two, Sour Towels, Compound. It's sort of a swap meet area. You know them two storefronts.
Off a square, what you...
Yeah, off the square, the hill off the square, the hill where Slick Sheets has its
when you go down the slippery slide.
And nobody ever wanted to open up something there because so much stuff rolled down that hill.
That's true.
Like, I don't know how this got up there, and it just kind of banged up against the back door just now. It just got annoying. So what they're doing now is, you know, since Dick Sheets and Slick Sheets are brothers, and Slick Sheets still owns part of Take Two, the used dryer sheet store, he just wanted to focus because his primary goal was finding a business he could name after himself, his name being Slick Sheets. So first he thought, well, a used dryer sheet store, Slick Sheets. Tried that, didn't go over too well. They didn't have the smell balance. It was too much. It was too strong.
Too strong,
couldn't stand to go in there.
I need a little smell on that.
Little smell.
You get one, it's cut it in half. That's what I want.
Then he figured out he could do something for the kids, refreshing, summertime, slidey sheets, got some sheets of plastic, wet it down with water and oil. Kids go down it, fun, innocent. Mothers go down it, a little more sexual, but everybody's entering into this with their own free will. So now, because people were being a little disturbed, he's got Slick Sheets Kids and Slick Sheets XXX for moms.
What?
So moms can go down the kids one and just do it regular. Or they can go down the XXX for moms, chest first, and put on a little show. It's all up to... People can do what they want.
What?
And if the moms do the XXX for moms, then the kids get to go down it for free. So that's opening up July 4th weekend.
You don't take your kid anywhere with something XXX on it.
Exactly. That's why XXX for moms is the back side of the hill.
Backside.
Front side of the hill, that's for kids. Slick Sheets for kids. That's where the kids come down, and they should, if all goes according to plan, he's got a little catching area where they're going to hit like an inflatable goalpost, and they'll come out right in between Sour Towels and Take Two, the used dryer sheet store. So it's kind of keeping it all in the family.
That sounds like fun right there, except for the towel part. That's what if they'd be on to something if it weren't for the smell of the towel. Take Two is like I said,
all day Freedom Festival, Jackie. Sheets, towels, a Freedom Fest down at the Sheets and Tick Shorts compound, where you can celebrate America. They got some specials at Sour Towels. Some America specials.
If you want that, go fine. It's like you said, it's America, whatever. If you crazy as hell and want that towel that way, then fine.
You know them expensive fluffy towels you get at JCPenney? Them real fluffy absorbent towels.
Yeah, well, $high towels.
Well, some of them artisanal sour towel makers got some of them real absorbent, expensive JCPenney towels. And what they use for America for 4th of July theme is they used some sour cream and onion dip. They mixed all this in a bowl. Some sour cream and onion dip. Some Carolina barbecue sauce, that real vinegary kind. And some baby spit up. What? And they mix that all up in a bowl.
Baby spit? What are you talking about?
Just a little fruit juice. And they put that all up in a bowl. And then they got them towels. You put them right down in that bowl, and they sop that up. And then immediately, in a black bag, carried them. They had a row of washing machines that didn't work out on a hillside. And they dumped them, went from black bag immediately into the washing machines, close the lid. They sit there for 3 weeks.
What?
Then back into the black bag.
What?
Rode them around in a truck from on Highway 40 from Arkansas to New Mexico.
What the hell are you? What?
And shipped them back. FedEx. And now they're waiting for you at Sour Tales.
Oh, that's a bunch of... That's... Why would anybody want to have any kind of... That don't make any sense. Well, I hope I got a TV, all of them, somewhere around that, because come around 6:30, whether you sliding down fast or slow or getting some dry seats, or... I know none of you getting a sour towel, but make sure you get to it around... If it happens to be around 6:30, which at that time you shouldn't be doing any of that, get you to a TV, Independence Day, Christian Hover Around channel. It's going to be something. I don't know what, but it's going to be something.
Yeah, I'm sure they may not even know about it yet. When I see them, I'll tell them. Maybe they'll get a big screen TV, or they'll put up some of them plastic sheeting, and they'll get a projector and maybe project the Christian Hover Around channel on it, and everybody take a break from all the festivities, the freedom-themed sour towels.
None of them need you to tell them about a new Mr. Leaky commercial. Come on now. Everybody knows
everybody will know.
They'll be, people will stop sliding for that part. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
And you're going to have snow cones?
Oh, I like snow cones, yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Jackie Bros.
Everyone, hello. My name is Dunlap. Folks, I'm Jackie's friend. His best friend, probably.
Well, he's a friend,
We've been
I guess.
friends for a long time.
Well, you've been around one another, yeah.
I don't know. He has no secret that is unknown to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes just knowing I'm near is enough to calm him down when he's upset.
Yeah, you got that other way around.
Well, this is our podcast, the Red State Update, something, podcast, something. And welcome to you here.
Yeah.
You are welcome to be here. You're welcome to be listening to us.
We always love it. People, this reason I keep doing it, just people say nice things on the computer, all the different places like Facebooks and iTunes and Chachi's and Twitters.
Those are all the places.
It warms my heart, and I appreciate y'all. I know some of y'all a little rough with the language. I don't like it, but you know that already, so should have known better. But either way.
But also so many people give you videos of goats on our Facebook page.
I appreciate that, yeah. And it'd be worth just talking for an hour every week to see goat videos. That's an easy bargain right there for me. But we do appreciate rates and reviews.
Yeah, so get on there, tell your friends, rate, reviews.
All the computer, the most big, right? On the computer, like the top shows on the computer, Facebook, it's not YouTube's no more. It's Facebook's, Twitter's, Chachi's,
right?
iTunes. That's it. I remember them.
Pretty much nailed it.
Yep.
YouTube is still a thing. We do actually put these
Well, that's
videos.
where it used to be. You didn't have cameras on you.
Yeah.
Videos, yeah.
But sometimes we put these audio-only podcasts up on YouTube. We put them all up. They're all up there if you want to go to YouTube and listen to them this way. A lot of people listen to YouTube, even though it's for video, Jackie.
Yeah.
Some of them listen to their music through YouTube.
I don't know why it's like listening to the record on the TV to me, but whatever.
if you're joining us for the first time, the format lately has been we begin by chatting about something that comes to mind. Just
that's the whole thing.
Slipping it in.
That's
gently.
the whole thing. Is just talking, chatting.
First,
what do you mean?
First, we talk about something, whatever. Then we do the sponsors.
Yeah,
local,
$25.
Local Murfreesboro sponsors. They give us $25. Then we play the song, and then we do the news. And when I say do the news, we just talk about whatever we can remember happened during the week.
At $25, let me say this, that helps. Now, he keeps it sometimes, or he says someone's late with it. You do.
They're late a lot of times.
The two $25 together is what, so you can use a computer here in the market, in this place. Because I ain't going to pay for it otherwise. Computer wires, right? They put all the computer wires in the store.
Jackie has to give me his $25.
It's 40, however how much dollars it is to pay for the computer wires for it to work.
There's so many fees.
I ain't got no use for a computer other than this. But
Regulatory
if you want to call
fees.
this a use.
Yeah, Jackie has to give me so much money that I have to put towards our fees and regulatory fees, podcast fees. So, yeah, that $50, it costs us that. That's why I have to take Jackie's $25. I have to take that every week and put it towards computer wires. Yeah.
Because I didn't know they get... computer stuff costs money. Now, normally I wouldn't spend a dime on it. I ain't got no use for it. But
I think it's about to go up, Jackie. You're going to have to kick in another $10, $15, $20 every month.
Sure, you better find some more sponsors in, because I sure as hell ain't going to put none of my damn money on it.
You may have to reach in your pocket and
I ain't going to get a penny from me putting a computer wire anywhere near me. No, sir. No, sir. That's sponsor money right there. I ain't gonna spend a dime on computer stuff. Because as soon as you do that, you're on record. They know you forever after that.
No, NSA, they fixed it.
What?
They fixed it.
Fix what?
Rand Paul, now they're not paying attention to us. They can't track our every move anymore.
Oh, Rand Paul. Rand Paul's just happy he ain't paying attention to us. He's happy to pay attention to him. That's all he wants.
So if you're looking at the time and you go, well, they're going to talk about the news. It seems like Red State Update news would be their main thing. Most of this podcast would be devoted to the news. Podcasts generally an hour. They're already at 52 minutes. They just spent 5 talking about computer wires.
Well, it costs money. It costs more. Five is $50. If it's going up, it ain't coming from me.
This is typical, though. This generally happens. I have to say, this week I may be dancing around the news a little bit because I'm a little confused about how to talk about, I guess, our main news item, Rachel Dolezal.
Oh.
NAACP head in Spokane, Washington. You would think if she's the NAACP, the head of the Spokane. Okay, if I said she's head of the NAACP, you'd say, well, this is a black lady.
Well, yeah.
African American.
Yeah.
If I said she's head of the Spokane, Washington NAACP, you'd go, probably a black lady.
Well,
you'd be wrong on both counts.
Yeah.
She is not a black lady, comes out. She has been, at worst, lying for years about being a black lady, and at best, seriously misleading people. I think she's pretty much lying. Yeah, no, because she's saying that guy's her dad. Yeah, she just lied. We can just say lying.
That's lying. If you point at one man who ain't your daddy and say yes, your daddy, and it ain't her mom and daddy. Bless their hearts. I felt bad for them having to go on the news and tell their daughter she ain't black. Bless their hearts. Any parent that have to go through that on national TV should have thought, you should think twice before lying. That's all I'm saying.
Folks, maybe this is my privilege talking.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm confused by this world we live in.
Well, you got that right, yeah.
Because I do not know how to talk about this story which just a few years ago, again, maybe this is my privilege talking, this would have been a slam dunk. If we were doing a podcast a few years ago and we said, what are we going to talk about? Well, I think we're going to talk about the white woman who's been pretending to be black in Spokane, Washington and head to NAACP. We can do that for like 4 hours.
Well, yeah.
But now I don't know how to talk about the easiest story to get jokes out of in years without offending somebody. If we can't make jokes about this, I don't want to say Jerry Seinfeld is right, but I'm just confused. I'm confused about what is offensive. Now, okay, look, if you get on Twitter, everybody's confused. Nobody knows. You think you can
confused from the root of it. She's confused.
Roots? Are you being racist? Jason?
No, I'm just saying I didn't mean it that way. Don't even start. I didn't say that. He put words in my mouth.
She's the one that probably brought up Roots at her job interview.
Well, maybe. I
love the miniseries Roots.
I watched that, and I know 12-year-old slave supposed to be good, but I saw it was horrible having to sit through Roots. I mean, it's good, horrible. See, you know what I mean, bad in that way. But I'm glad I watched it. It was good.
I think maybe the problem is that as two straight white men with Southern accents and American flags on our clothing, people just do not want to hear what we have to say about anything, let alone the white woman pretending to be black, and had the NAACP, Racial Progress Organization, and then people get into Caitlyn Jenner and gender issues, identity issues.
Now, first off,
feminism, racism, making fun of mentally ill people. People say, don't make fun of her.
She's crazy, yeah.
We're going to call her out, but we shouldn't make fun, even though she should not be doing this.
Well, they said she was doing a good job, didn't they?
The NAACP so far is standing by her. Black Twitter is having a lot of fun with this.
Black Twitter?
Black Twitter.
Uh-huh.
It's not a separate Twitter. It's just the Twitter black people.
I was about to say, because that'd be racist if you could only use black. If there's white Twitter and black Twitter, then that right there is wrong.
Some people don't want anybody to be made fun of. Some people only want the people they want to be made fun of to be made fun of.
If there was a white and black Twitter, she'd be on both of them, right? Is that how a computer works?
So I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to say.
I don't know how a computer works with the Twitters, whatever color it is. It's all the same to me. It
seems like it should be a slam dunk. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of conservatives look at this and say, typical liberal. Everybody wants to be a victim. A lot of this plays into victimhood, that they think that all the oppressed people of color are always playing up their victimhood because now people are alleging that she made up some hate crime allegations and some suspicious packages. So people
if you
get
lie
mad
about one thing, sometimes that means you lie about a lot more stuff.
So you're saying her pretending to be black for 10 years caused into question other aspects of her life?
If she
Why don't
points
you
to
mansplain to her?
If you point to a picture of a man that ain't your daddy and say, that's my daddy, and he ain't your daddy, and you know you lying.
Who was that man?
I have no idea.
Cultural appropriation.
What?
White savior. If she is doing a good job as NAACP, it's like, can we even say that she is? Because then, if she legitimately was doing a good job, And then it's like, oh, so I guess we can't run our own NAACP? Is that what you're saying? I don't know how to talk about any of this.
I don't necessarily want to. That Caitlyn Jenner stuff, I don't understand it.
A lot of conservatives saying, oh, so Caitlyn Jenner can say she's a woman, but Rachel Dolezal can't say she's black.
Well, both of them are each one, right?
No, she's not. How it's shaping up, I think, on the left, is that a white woman cannot say she's black because that is offensive to the oppressed black community, to people of color who have been. That's a white person who can always go back to being white, who has decided she wants to be black. Caitlyn Jenner, I think what we're saying is, not what we're saying, just how it is that she always was a woman. She's a woman.
No, wasn't always.
Whatever.
I'm
inside,
in the Olympics.
In the side.
Okay, that's what.
And so Caitlyn Jenner doesn't have a choice. White woman pretending to be black made a choice, even if her intentions at some point were good. A lot of lying, a lot of deceit. Caitlyn Jenner she covered up because for safety, but the white woman doesn't have to be safe because she's white. So, I mean, she has to be because she's a woman, so always men, rape culture, patriarchy. But she's can go back to being safer as a white woman than as a black woman, which I guess black woman is black woman above black man on on oppression? Are black women more oppressed than black men?
I don't talk about any of this or worse it gets.
So I don't know what. And then if we laugh about it, it's like we're laughing at racism, sexism of some poor deranged woman. Like we can, other people, black people can, black Twitter can have a lot of fun because they're the ones that are affected by this. We probably should just lock ourselves away somewhere.
What?
Just the fact that we are doing a podcast is probably taking away a person of color's something that whoever's listening to this could be listening to a person of color's podcast. So if we're not using our privilege to help combat racism, and then we're
well, all I'm gonna say is I know racism is bad, and I know that lying is bad.
Is that all you're gonna say?
Well, if you combine the two, it just makes it worse, don't it?
That's actually pretty good. Well, that's like safe. That's like we could
all,
say that.
That's all there is to say on it.
I think we could even tweet that. That's just vague enough to actually work.
Well, it's the truth. It's vague or whatever. That's what it is.
Racism. Wait, hold on. Racism is bad.
Yeah.
Lying is bad.
Yeah.
If you combine the two,
yep,
makes it even worse.
There you go.
We could put that on a T-shirt. Nobody would care.
I don't want everybody on a T-shirt.
Well, I guess though you could say, okay, if lying is bad, what about like say light-skinned African Americans who had to pass, for their own survival or their own, to make it through a racist society. Or what about, say...
you lost me, see? I
illegal immigrants who are sneaking in this country and having to escape, to have a chance, and they're lying. What about them? Now, not conservatives would say, so what? But I'm just saying that you could get in trouble on that if, on Twitter or,
What was so important, okay, now, I think a lie's a lie, but if he's trying to come off board to save his family, but he still ought to do it the right way. But either way, I see what you're saying. Well, what was her, righteous way to lie concerning this issue?
Okay, if we applied it strictly to Rachel Dozer.
Well, that's all we're talking about. As I said,
Rachel, well, it's never you're never only talking about the thing you're talking about, because if you talk about that and you say, well, in this case, I think blah blah blah, and somebody said, oh, well, what about in this case, blah blah blah?
Well, this
I suppose
I think
you're saying blah 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 to blah blah blah. Sounds like you are a racist.
Now, in this case, it seems pretty unique to me in a way. Used to be old. Remember a movie? What is it? Imitation Life. That's the other way around, though.
Sad.
It come away you sad either way. You see her mama and daddy on there on TV having to go on there and say, our daughter is white. Bless their souls. Having to do that. Put your mama and daddy through that.
I don't know that sounds offensive when you say that.
What?
When you keep saying that, it sounds a little offensive.
How's it sound offensive? What? I don't.
Look, I'm not saying. Yes, we are confused. But it's still good. I'm not saying we shouldn't be confused. We deserve it.
I'm confused. That's the first thing I'll say right off the bat. Now, I don't have a problem saying that. I'll admit it. Some people may think they're too smart for everything. I'll get on here and say it over and over again all day. I am confused.
We know it's not your job to educate us or make us less confused. All we're saying is we are confused.
Yes, sir.
Maybe our privilege. Look, I'll admit it. This is the worst it's ever been to be a straight white male, and it's still pretty good. It's some slight confusion. That's the worst it's ever been for us. We still pretty much rule the world. Yeah. And aside from, occasionally on Twitter, getting shamed or fired or called racist, or, on a college campus, in most places, we can just do whatever we want.
Well, around here, yeah.
That's two places where we still can do pretty much whatever we want. Occasionally somebody will say, hey, and then we just go back to doing whatever we want. That's the worst it's ever been. Have to over-explain a joke on Twitter.
Wow.
So it's still pretty good. All I'm saying is I don't know how used to we would have done like just hours on Rachel Dozer. And now
I don't know what to say other than what I said.
Being racist is bad.
Yeah. Well,
lying
it's common sense. Lying's bad too. Ought not lie, ought not be a racist.
Put them together. Now, it's even worse.
Huh?
Being racist is bad.
I remember, all right, yeah, okay.
Lying is bad.
Nobody gonna want that on a T-shirt. I don't know why I keep saying that. Now, if you want to go over there and write it on some of them chest towels to see people wear that around, want to wear it home, that's fine. But nobody gonna want that on a T-shirt. That's just, it ain't good like something Benjamin Franklin did. Here's all stuff with rhyme. That's what Benjamin Franklin was the best one at that. Yeah, I wish he were allowed today to come up with a funny rhyme about this, because I don't know. Probably be racist, just, time frame.
Being racist is a bad choice.
Okay.
Lying is even worse.
What?
Maybe they're from Brooklyn.
Say it again. No, not the second part. What's the first part?
Being racist is a bad choice.
But you still white no matter how loud your voice.
Man, we should have ended this like 3 minutes ago.
Why?
Because that's what they'll say. They'll say, listen to 1 hour, 8 minutes of the Red State Update podcast. Get them.
Why would anybody? I don't know why anybody listened to it to begin with.
We do have that going for us.
Well.
So, folks, if we offended you,
I don't want to offend nobody on here. That's not why I get on here to do it. I don't even like to hear bad language. No matter what color you are, where you're from, listen to this. I don't want to make you mad.
We want everybody to be happy listening to this podcast.
I want everybody to have a little common sense occasionally.
Maybe we should stop talking about the news.
Huh?
Maybe we should stop talking about race, gender, religion, politics. Maybe we should focus on Billy Joel and Bonnaroo, our sponsors.
Not Bonnaroo. I like Billy Joel away from Bonnaroo. I don't think he's there. I don't think he's doing that.
Did anybody see Billy Joel at Bonnaroo? Any listeners that made it this far? Let us know how it was.
Somebody said he was there, and I just, it just don't seem like a place for him.
More like an urban legend.
Well, I don't know.
I've heard that Billy Joel's been at several Bonnaroos, but nobody's ever offered me any proof.
I thought somebody take a picture of him or something, wouldn't they?
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Well, when it comes to that, yeah, I don't think nowadays a computer you put Billy Joel anywhere you want to. You put Billy Joel on the moon. People make any kind of picture with a computer. You can take Billy Joel, you put him in a car driving, cross country, but whatever you want to do with him. I don't know you can't believe your eyes no more after you see what's in the movies and on the computer.
Not when it comes to Billy Joel.